tribunal has ruled that calling women glamorous can undermine them at work, which is why I never give women compliments or talk to them, Lewis.
But you can call me glamorous.
Yes, you are. Look at that tie.
Yeah, the great tie. This is I wear a new tie every day. But you know what I've discovered?
You could read the headline.
I've discovered that Marks and Spencer's has made in the 1990s made every tie ever made. Marks and Spencer.
Really?
Yeah, every tie.
Because it looks more expensive, but it's...
Does it look like an old tie?
Anyway, should we read the headline? Because they'll tell me...
Calling a woman glamorous at work risks undermining or belittling them, tribunal rules. As beauty queen lawyer loses claim that her female boss racially discriminated her. Basically, she lost the case. I don't know where they said she lost the case. This woman, who was a lawyer in Waltham Forest, her boss called her glamorous, and she sued her boss for racism.
Yeah, which they didn't accept, though they did accept that it was... it might make a... What did they say?
They said a new person started at the company, and the boss, rather than saying... This is Jo, or I don't know what her name was. She said, oh, this is the glamour corner, which I can understand might be a bit inappropriate, although we don't have any context. However, what I can't understand, and neither could the judges, is how that is a racist comment. And that's why they said, well, look, maybe stay off the glamour stuff, but
was she awarded any money?
No, she wasn't.
We found the one thing that isn't racist, which is the great news.
But
this was a woman. It wasn't even a man, was it? It was a woman showing... And she's a woman, so it wasn't like misogyny.
There's so much context missing here. If you knew them and what they're like and what their personalities are, it does turn out that the woman who was complaining was sacked in 2020 due to too many agency staff and long-standing issues with her performance, such as client complaints.
Right.
So... I feel like there's a lot of missing information here.
She was a rubbish worker.
She didn't win her case, but everybody knows, wink, wink, nod, nod, when you call somebody glamorous, you know what race you're talking about.
But I would have totally disagree.
Right. It's absurd. It's absurd.
Would you listen to my jokes, Cressida?
You tricked me.
It isn't that, but the truth is, here's a point that the ladies aren't going to like when I say it, is that women can't take a compliment.
You know, I've got a worse point. Doesn't this just prove, Cressida, the big problem is women in the workplace? I mean, let's be honest.
You know what? That's where I was. That was my second point.
Oh, right,
that was my second point.
Just two men
it's only the second
bullying a woman.
Women shouldn't work.
Well,
they just can't handle it.
To answer that honestly, I think the social experiment that put women and men working together in the same jobs began only a few decades ago, and let's just say we're still working it out.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not women in the workplace, because women have worked...
It's the same workplace.
In the 1950s, they stopped for a bit.
It's in our spaces.
They stopped in the 1950s briefly, or something like that. But go back for most of human history, women have worked, but in different areas.
In different jobs.
Yeah.
They've shucked cashews.
Yeah.
They've done stuff like that.
Really? I think you're thinking of the third world.
Whatever it is, that's what they've done.
Do you know what? It's controversial what you're saying, and not what I'm saying, of course.
Well, not if I got to say it in the detail, I won't get to say it in. I don't think
you get shouted down by men in the workplace. But what you're saying is actually just the same as Jordan Peterson. He's been in trouble with this. He's saying we don't know the rules yet of women in the workplace. Should you be allowed to wear makeup and all this kind of thing? There's going to be conflicts, men and women. But what's absurd about this story is it's actually two women. It's a woman saying, oh, she's glamorous.
Yeah.
But you don't know what else. You don't know what's between them, do you? You don't know. There's
years of animosity.
Yeah.
Is that women will take a compliment from somebody that they like. If, there's that old saying, if Leonardo DiCaprio comes in.
And somebody they're terrified of.
We've got to move on. Me and Lewis would happily take any compliment at this point, I would say. Men like compliments, we never get them.